Welcome back to It's On. Athens School opened back in 1927. At first it was kindergarten through 12th grade. Then the last 40 years it was an elementary school. The historic building went on the market last year, raising concerns about what would happen to it.
Well, Angie, we have Miss Angie Cox with us today, who's a representative of Athens. Tell me a little bit about this school.
Well, we didn't plan on buying a school, but it came on the market. It was bought actually 12 years ago by some community members, and they were so kind to try to preserve the property. And they had an antique show there once a month, which is continuing. That antique show's open this weekend. And that family came from the Angliana Tobacco Warehouse, and they had that antique show going for about 40 years. And they lost their place, so they came out to Athens. And my husband and my sister-in-law and 3 generations of their family actually attended Athens School when it was a school. Their parents and grandparents also attended. Their grandmother was a lunch lady there, and they have a lot of roots in that community. And we actually bought property out there. We're building out there, and my sister-in-law lives out there, and so we had a real interest in preserving that school as a place for a community center.
And this is a labor of love for you. You know, you mentioned this goes deep through your family, but it's also a piece of Kentucky history as well that, you know, has a firm foothold in the community. What does this school mean to the community?
Well, we have gone around since owning it, and even before, talking to some of the community members. You know, there's a Facebook page for the Athens Community Group, and you know, we've learned how much this place means to those people.
Look at these great old pictures,
I love
too.
them.
At one time, there were actually houses on the property where the principal, a couple custodians, some of the staff lived there. It was, you know, a time when school really was the center of the community. It wasn't just a place that you went to school. The community gathered there, and we talked to a lovely lady. Her name's Florence Basler, and she lives really close to the school still and has for her entire life. And she talked about walking across the street to go home for lunch and having to take her dog home, and the dogs would come to the school with them. And just something that represents a time gone by.
Yeah, it really does. And you have a big weekend coming up. Tell everybody what they can enjoy at Athens Schoolhouse, and you're hoping to bring back some former students and faculty as well.
Yes, we have wanted to really have this be a homecoming for all those people who live in the community or lived in the community, went to school there, were faculty there. Lots and lots of people in this community have ties to faculty and staff there. So we would love for those people to come out, and even just if you live in the area, you know, there's a brand new elementary school not very far, Brenda Cowan Elementary. We'd love for families who go to that school to come out and visit. So the antique show will be operating as usual on Saturday and Sunday, and they are actually having a boot sale, a trunk sale out in the yard on Saturday. And then on Sunday, we're having an owner's event where we're welcoming the community, having old-fashioned ice cream social, homemade ice cream, and just a time to come out and meet the community and see what we have in store. DeRay and friends do the catering during the antique show, and they will soon be serving lunch Monday through Friday.
Okay, great. Angie, thank you so much for being here with us to tell us about it in the Athens Community Reunion, celebrating with a homemade ice cream social. It is September 15th, and you can find the schoolhouse at 6270 Athens Walnut Hill Pike in Lexington.
The open house is from 3 to 5, followed by the ice cream social. Well, consider them the barbecue headquarters. Sonny's Barbecue in Richmond is celebrating their new look and is extending the invitation to the public. It's on next.